Trust me, the people there don't have two heads. You deserve a seat at the table of greatness. That must be your understanding. People that are great do not have a special opportunity. The person that pitched here earlier was my very first mentee in Ajegunle. Her name is Modupe Arokoye. So I started mentoring Modupe when Modupe was 14. So I could literally tell her story. So I felt so proud sitting here earlier, seeing my God's product through me speak. It's a privilege to be in your presence once again, and I trust God faithfully that you will be blessed. But before we start, because it's important, and that's why I don't take for granted what Mr. Ajegunle. You don't know. You see how I sat down there and Monica was pitching, and I was all smile, right? It's because maybe 12 years after, it looks good. But you see, those period wasn't funny. And I must actually just recognize your wife, Victory. We need to give a very round of applause to the convener of this event, putting you together, putting resources, inviting people, impacting into your life, tailoring for free. And I was encouraging them to get educated. Educated is the remedy to poverty. See, if education is the solution to poverty, why am I poor? I was born and bred in Ajegunle. I left Ajegunle maybe 2013 or 2014. So all the period I was running my non-for-profit, but I still have a part of me in Ajegunle because I'm a landlady's daughter. All right, so whenever I'm sharing here, I'm not sharing it to aspire to perspire you. I'm sharing real core life stories. I'm sharing core principles that I know if you implement it. If your life do not change in 1 year, positively, anywhere you see me, that I'm a liar. I'm saying everything that I will be sharing today, if you implement it, and your life does not take a redirection for good, when you see me outside, say that Jim Arogundade is not my father. Okay? Now, I started to show you my slides of what I used to look like with my very horrible hair, but it didn't show you my thing. But there were certain things that eventually happened, which I will be sharing that, helped me figure out my life. One of the first things that Ajegunle does to you, because we live in a community that celebrates mediocrity. So you see excellence there and mix it with Ajegunle to eat. Because I was so broke. So by the time I woke up the next day, the whole of my face. Hey, Jesus. Let me tell you about this picture. So this year was when I went to learn makeup at Ojuloge in Ojoju Bega. This was when I was in Lagos State Polytechnic, School of Part-Time Studies Annexes. This was one of those events. Remember this event in Amokoko that I had Moses Iyabe, one of my very good friends, and Tolu Asholaniyan. This was a house in Ijesha when he just moved out of Ajegunle. And I pray to God Almighty that concerning every one of you here, it will be said concerning you that, are you not the carpenter's son? The first point I'm going to give, which I raised earlier, is our community celebrates mediocrity. You have to learn to turn deaf ears to people who want to shrink you to their side. But when I was a tailor, the good thing is, there's a witness here that will say if I'm saying false stories or genuine stories, okay? When I was a tailor, I do not have customers in Ajegunle. I was impressed with that because the target is not Ajegunle. 14 years ago, I was wearing skirts and blouse for 25,000, 40,000. Yes, Modupe has gone to UBA head office sometimes with me. We see them at Sahara. I will go to Access Bank head office. But believe you me, the only reason why I could have access to those places was excellence. My clothes were so perfect that when I went back for my HND, and I made a clothes in a hurry, you saw this clothes. And it wasn't that. At that time, I was going through traumatic experiences, yeah? So, again, somewhat deaf ears to people who want to shrink you to your size. I still have the Ajegunle kind of person. When I'm entering into halls where you have the likes of Dangote and $10, it's a totally different Yetunde you will be experiencing. So you've got to understand that the future you're looking for, it's not what it is obtainable in this community, but you've got to envision yourself outside of this place. My people will tell you, but we're going for events, all right? We don't really target events in Ajegunle, so we're going to corporate events, Covenant for instance, we're going to Smile, we're going to places. Trust me, the people there don't have two heads. You deserve a seat at the table of greatness. That must be your understanding. People that are great do not have a special opportunity. The only good thing is they are giving birth in a community that gives them access. So yours is not giving you access, create one for yourself.